Oh yeah. How you feeling? How you living? We going in. I'll be right there. Right there. You guys popping in? Are you guys there? Coming in. Yo! Who's the first one? Evelina. How you doing? Yeah. I just sent out a message on Instagram. If you are part of that. What's up, Foot? How you living? Let's see if it's up. Yeah, I think yeah. Okay. All right. So I know that some of you know that I'm coming in. I'm here. Live from Amsterdam. And another week. It's 4:30. I was doing a bunch of things. One of those was working out. You know, you gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it healthy mentally. It's all connected. You gotta get that vitality, so you gotta keep moving, keep that blood flow. You know what I'm talking about? Blood flow, the gut. Because the gut, once you're in touch with that, everything starts to move much more smoothly, right? So if your gut is not right because you're eating the wrong things, then whatever decisions you're going to make might not be the right one. So focus on that, the gut. Yes, the gut. I see you popping in. I see you popping in. We're not going to stay here too long. It's been a overwhelming past few weeks, I must say. So confusing. But at the same time, you know, exhilarating, exciting. Because we are we're moving in a new era, in a new direction. And what I've been doing is I've been staying in the moment, like 100%. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good night, wherever you're from. And I've been staying in the moment, trying to absorb everything, to take a mental picture. And me being a songwriter, I have to capture this moment in history because it is historical. What we're going through right now is historical on all levels. 2020, wow, 2020 is major. 2020 is a new world, a new way of thinking too. A lot of people are being, I hope, that is you know, my hope, my dream. And I live in a utopian world, some people might think. But in the end, positive attitude, energy, way of being is the way to go. So when you see this affluent flow of positive energy everywhere, true, you have the negative, you have the positive, and they both do that dance. They do that dance. and they're part of the equilibrium of life. Once we get that, it makes things a lot easier. And when we apply that as well in our life and create that balance, it's magical. So let's go back to that flow of energy that's been happening throughout the world. Not only like action equal reaction because of what happened to George Floyd, George Floyd, George Floyd, and so many others for years, for hundreds and for so many years. Because this has gone back and back and back. It hasn't been happening just like this past 5, 10 years. We go back, back, back. But I'm not going to go into that too deep. But it should tell you that it's been happening. And unfortunately, the steps were minimum. Inches, an inch here, an inch there, and then boom, back. But I think that because of this right here, and the fact that everyone has been polarized, sometimes polarized is not a positive, but right now, being polarized on people, on what happened, but also, you see the reaction. You cannot not see the reaction. The black background in support of George Floyd. George Floyd was everywhere on social media. And if you are following me, I hope that you did your part, because we are one family, one human family, one race. There's not this, and that. We could go into that, but I'm not the guy to do that. There are people that are a lot more qualified when it comes to talking about the roots of our race, the human family, the human race. I'll say one thing though, we all come from one place. That's it, which makes us family. As much as some people don't want to hear that and are afraid to hear that, we are one family. And it's time for the family members, brothers and sisters, not to be silent, not to be silenced by others' attitude or people around you because it's not cool. Don't be silent. Stop your silence. Come together. Give it a chance. Give a chance to the human race to come together. Finally, let's make this jump towards progress. And it's going to be a much better world. Think about it. A much better world. So, but for that to happen, we've got to have accountability. You feeling me? Accountability. Because there are people that are there and here and everywhere that their purpose is to protect and to serve. And if your purpose is to protect and to serve, you go through a gauntlet of things. You're being tested, evaluated, and then you get the job because you passed the test. Then life happens, reality kicks in, and now you're on this job. Being a cop ain't easy, and I respect any person that takes on this job because it is dangerous. Things can happen. When you live in the morning, you might not come home. So I respect the good people of the police enforcement. But you have bad elements, like I said before, who will spoil the whole thing for everybody. So let's come together. Stay in the moment. Don't be absent. Don't be absentee. Stay in the moment. And people are talking about voting on the local level, everything. You can look into that. Voting is important, it's imperative. If you want to change the way things go, get involved, get involved, get involved. I can't travel every lane. Indigo Sky, Fab Morvan for president. Thank you, man. But my lane is I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, artist, and I'm going to travel that lane and make sure that through my music, I will express my thinking process and what I see. This is what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. You can go back to my first, my first project with Rob Pilatus called "We Can Get It On." You can go on YouTube and you'll find a song called "Land of the Free." Wink, wink. Land of the Free. Then on my solo album, I did another song called "Love Revolution," which was the title of my album. I've always been writing about the world, about the people, and the bad and the wrong that's been done to people. So give me liberty, give me freedom. And that was one of the book, I think, one one of the books I read in the past, a long time ago, and it kind of marked me. It gave me a really clear picture of society. But as a kid growing up, I've always been interested by sociology, the study of people and behavior and how things move in the world, how people interact with each other. It's always been, very fascinating to me. Now, fast forward 2020, we see all those things happen, and I cannot not get involved and talk about what's going on in the world. So, anybody that is here following me, please, like I said, we all travel our lane. We all have our own lane, but we can make a change together by coming together and spreading that message. So I tell you one, you tell another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. And then this positive wave, I like to do that. By the way, we are here right now. Oh, are you ready? Pow! Oh, yeah. Pow! Oh, yeah. Giving it to ya, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I just finished my workout. That was the last thing that I had to do today, and I got it in. So I'm feeling good. I'm there for you. I'm in the present. I'm in the moment, and I'm here. And that's what everybody's got to do. A positive punch. Thank you, Sylvie. And pow, another one. And I'm like I said, before it gets better, it gets worse. So of course, some people, and I can understand. If you put yourself in people's shoes, you always have to account for a negative element, what I call that the negative element who gets things started and things get out of hand. And I've talked about that before, and I'm not the first one. Some people came to those peace protests to create havoc, to disturb the flow of that positive protest. That's clear. Then you have others who are boiling. They don't know what to do with that anger and that pain because it has a lot to do with anger and pain. The young kids that are watching this on TV, they don't know what to do with it. And they're black, like me. And they've seen it happen and over and over and over and over. At home at the dinner table, they talk about it. Going out of the house at night, you got to be very careful because you're black, and it is a reality, Black men's got to be careful out there. But I believe that because of everything that has happened, it's been brought up to people's attention, like it's been just magnified. All those incidents, all those bad behavior, the light is shining bright on them. you cannot escape the fact that some people are behaving badly and they should be held accountable for their bad behavior. That's my thinking. This is the way I feel. And listen, this is my opinion. But I believe that if you're here listening to me, we've talked about this before. If you're here, we're having a healthy debate. But, we have to look at the facts. It's like, if you do a graphs and you look at year so and so, deaths, arrests, so and so, and you look, at as who is getting the most pain, well, we know. I don't have to go in detail with that. It's been talked about lately, and I'm so glad that the conversation is at the forefront of people's mind right now. And I hope that it will stay until we make those changes, until we affect our society in a positive way. So there's been a lot of destruction, like, change sometimes is destructive. But with the death and destruction of something is the birth. That's right, the birth of something else. And I'm super excited about this. This is good. You know, it's uncomfortable for many. And let's not forget about, you know, our current situation, having to stay home, quarantine, and suddenly something like that happened, the right where people are supposed to go back to do what they do. Woo! That energy that was pent up at home, wanted to do things, wanted to go back to work. Well, it also played a part in this reaction, no doubt. So, this being said, let's stay in the moment. Let's be part of the change. That's all we can do. We travel our lane, and if we can make a difference, make a difference to your surroundings, because we're all connected, ladies and gentlemen. We are all connected. See who's calling me? Okay, and I know a lot of people have been taking like a boom, 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 a major hit. Confidence has taken a major hit because everything is so unsure. But I think that confidence can be regained, and the way I did it for myself in my life story is like I focused on what I would love to do, and that's it. So if you focus on what you love to do and you keep yourself really, really healthy mentally, physically comes first because it will affect the change. When you take care of that physical health, then it will go straight, you know, body, mind, and soul. They will line up perfectly, and then you'll feel that progress, that change, that good feeling. That's why Gregory Johnson, peace and harmony. That's what it's about. Ferisha, Malvania One, Jenny Kirby, Sylvie, DeRosa C, my regulars, Katie 2, Queen Jet Black, Toaster Man, Lone Amber, Evelyn, Evelina is Licia was the first one. That's right. Tammy Fox, Bonnie Keeley, Audrey M, Gregory Johnson. Well, you guys are here today. You came quick today. Ben Reed, Rosemary, Löffel. Hi, everybody. I've been doing my usual monologue, just vibing and everything. And another thing, sometime when your confidence is down, you will tend to forget about time. And time is like one of the most precious commodity, let's face it. But when you're not feeling well, you don't pay attention, you don't track time. And suddenly the whole day passed. and another day, and another day. Before you know it, the week is passed. So, confidence, bring up your vitality, mental health, physical confidence. And then you realize, like, hey, in order to get all this lined up, I've got to what? Time management. That's what it's about. So when you start to have that time management, ooh, things will change. I'm telling you, things will change. I promise you. It's just, it's a magical equation. And I'm not the first to talk about that, but I'm telling you, I've done it, I've experienced it, and I'm telling you, it's wonderful. Take a chance if you're not doing it. I'm just here to talk to you about what I do, inspire you to to stay on it. We cannot not stay on it. We gotta keep it going. Time to go back to work. Things are, you know, everything is like it was like this, but now everything's like coming down a little bit, and we're starting to see a little more clearly. And in a minute, you know, this is like Earth, right? And if you would try to walk on it, it was very whoa, whoa, whoa. We couldn't, but everything is calm now. So now we're gonna go be able to, you know, travel, travel, travel the way we used to do. Things are not gonna be the same. It's very different out there. People are reacting to each other very differently. So stay ready, be open minded. Fear, nah, don't walk in fear. Be strong. It's time to really like rebuild. Okay. What else? What else? What else? While I'm at it, the one thing we're gonna have to have is more empathy as well. I think that empathy is a big one, and but you can only be empathetic with people if you're balanced, if you're good. And the way you get to that is by loving yourself to begin with. Love yourself, and the rest will follow. Sounds cliche, but it's true. It's real. And when you start to love yourself, you start to take care about yourself. You care about yourself. You worry about yourself. And when you do that, this process happens, then you really start to take care of yourself. And all the things that I've talked about, whether it was working out, your vitality, loving what you do, time management, and suddenly you'll be able to be more empathetic. So having empathy and being empathetic will come. It'll come to you. Even if it's not here now, but it's one of the adage, to your emotional palate, if I can say. We have taste palate, but we also have an emotional palate, and that one will be acquired because you're feeling better, and when you start to feel better, things are being added, and that's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing. So if you're not feeling that right now, don't worry, it'll come. And just the conversation that we had right now, maybe it'll help you look at it from that. Okay, you're talking about empathy. Maybe I should be, right? We're here to just have this dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm here for, to raise things up. That's it. And this time for me has been really, uh, it's been really creative because, I'm a creative guy. Like I said, everything that's been happening had me just fly over everything that was happening. And this those flights that I've been taking looking at everything, from above, and like, being in the moment. Action for me equal reaction. And when I feel things, the first thing I do, I go straight to writing my thoughts, my emotions. So this is why I put them on paper. And then I'm a songwriter, so I start to structure it, bam, 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 bam. Before you know it, it looks and sounds like a poem at first, but then comes the music, comes the groove, the beat, and then the melody, the keyboard melody, and so on and so on. And I've been writing quite a lot, and I'm super stoked that I was able to grab on to everything that I've felt, everything that I've seen, and reacted to everything. And I hope that when, if if those songs ever see the light of day, because for me it's not, I don't do things, oh, I have to release it. No, I try to capture what I felt. And it's important because when those thoughts and those emotions are coming into your soul, especially for a songwriter that I am, I capture it, and I know that I'll be able to use them at some point or another. you know and at the same time, it helps by staying in the moment, and really focusing and flying over and trying to understand why why are people reacting the way they do. Why are we where we are right now? What happened? And of course, I've done that, been going back in time, and study my history, and listen and go back. So even me, like, listening to MLK, MX, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, uh, and many other uh, leaders, freedom fighters, who've been trying to keep those ideas alive. And some people have been trying to kill those ideas. So it's been a really, really introspective as well, educational, creative, and I can't wait to just go back to do what I do. So I'm starting the process. There's going to be a lot of music, and I've been doing lots of music, but I took a break of making music and been writing. So it's been really cool. Anyway, we're approaching a half hour of my monologue. Let me go get a spoon. I need to stir this thing. I'll be right back. To be continued, huh? Everybody. That's nice. It's nice. It's nice to see you guys. I really love it. It's so awesome to see you come and being part of this thing here. Like I said, I never really know what I'm going to talk about until I get here, and I know that we cover some of the same things, because this is who I am. Pow pow, Evie, how you doing, man? Oh, sorry, I don't know if you're positive. Sorry, I don't know if you're a boy, a man, or a woman. So sorry. How you doing? But this is what I do, and this is those things that I've been focusing on and talking about week after week. They're they're the they are the elements and components of my equation for life. And since I've been working on those components that I'm talking about, and try to do better, because the goal is really to evolve and to get better. Because life is way too short, y'all. So why not be the best version of yourself? How about that? How exciting is that? That when you put the work, you see something happen. You see progress happen. Whatever you do, whatever you're into, I'm lifestyle is very important to me, because I've realized early on that lifestyle will affect will do that domino effect to everything you do. So when my lifestyle is on point, and there is something to be said about healthy aging, is a definite discipline, 100%. So you got to do the work. Let me get my spoon. Be right back. Yeah, you got me. I was about to leave, but then, when it comes, you can't deny it, right? You just have to, like, get it out. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out of my system, of my system. Yes, I got to get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. I gotta get it out, gotta get it out, gotta get it out, gotta get it out. I love my coffee. So, woo! Let's go! Because, like I said, I'm not going to stay here too long. I know I was doing like an hour and 15, bam, 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 bam. But because I started a little later and I have things to do after, that's what I was talking about time management. But I think that we covered a lot in a half hour. I know I've been talking a lot, and I'm going to go for the questions right now, but I had to get it out. I don't know why, but I have to get it out. And I love the fact that you come here and you're willing to listen and that it is affecting you in a positive manner, because this is what I want to do. I just want to affect you positively and move you and have you look at things differently, possibly. And I'm not trying to switch your mind and have you convert you to my way of thinking. I'm just saying, hey, we're debating, we're talking. Think about it. I'm just planting some seeds, and maybe eventually they will mature into something different, and maybe you will be at the helm of something without knowing I started, whether it's in you and then you took that thing that was in you and took it out there and affected others, and like a boom, 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 the domino effect. I like that analogy. So we're gonna go from the top and see if we got anything. Okay. While I'm looking, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Say you don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile into the rising sun. 3 little birds sit at my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Say you don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, I was trying to sing and read at the same time. It's kind of okay. Can always try new things, right? Alright, so I saw something. Queen Jet Black. 2020 will be written about 50 years from now in the history books. Big time. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it's gonna be. I like to use that expression for the books because it is for the books. We've never seen anything like that in the space of 1 year. If we look at how people were looking at the world, if you look at industries, if you look at human beings relating to each other, this whole year packed so much. It's like evolution in 1 year. It's just like, and this will affect and affect and affect and affect the future because action equal reaction. So, but I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, from nature. I believe I'm a believer, and this is one of the reasons why I am in music because music has a way to touch people and bring people together, and it has, and it will, and I'm sure that we will hear songs and we will sing songs about us coming together, us winning because we got to win. Listen, everything that happened right now, we're not going to do like we're not going to move in inches. We got to make some jumps. We got to make some major jumps. We didn't go through all this for nothing. All right. Let's go. Let's put it out there. Let's keep on putting the pressure everywhere we can. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, yeah, Sylvie. 2020 is acting like the 1920s. Oh, yeah. But it can't go on like that. It can't. And a lot of stories. There's definitely an Holocaust that we've been talking about. But I think that why isn't it? Why don't they speak more about what has happened in the past? Because the past is important. You need to know about what happened in the past for people in the present and the future to move and understand. You got to know where you came from, where everything came from. And when you start to look back, you start to see like, oh, okay, okay, this is not new, this is not fresh. This is something that's been happening and happening and happening. So we are now at a point where the world has bursted. And it has happened. Every 20 years something major happens, but I think one time, two times, three times. I think this time was counting. I mean, there were more riots that have happened in the past, but this one was. And there's a lot of things that the media doesn't report. I've seen something on a friend of mine, April Sutton, sent me a movie, and it was a cab driver, I think, that was driving down Fifth Avenue, and I'm telling you, they never showed anything. They didn't show what happened to Fifth Avenue. They got hit. Like I've never seen it. I've been in New York many times, but I've never seen that. I mean, all the shops on Fifth, Waldorf, Breitling. I mean, you go on, you go on, you go on, you go on, and all those stores were boarded up. That means they were destroyed. The one place that was not destroyed was Trump Tower because it was surrounded by police. But I'm telling you, they took a hit. And some time before it gets better, it gets worse. And this energy, this pain that was bouncing off the wall went everywhere. Some people were able to express it a certain way, and others express themselves in a different way. And like I said, you have the other element who's taken advantage of the situation. You know, let me see what we got. I haven't seen anything. Like, what's up, Phil? You got something for me, man? Always Phil, because Phil always comes through. He always comes through for me. He always got something nice. We are a community, Phil Hisham. Yeah, we are a community. And I think that We have to remember that more. But I think that we are feeling it. We're feeling each other. This conversation that we're having, brings us closer together. Everything has brought us closer together. Even though the coronavirus has made us go, separately, and we've gone in our separate corners, and we stayed home. We were in quarantine, and I'm talking about balance again. That's funny because quarantine, coronavirus, in the corner, in the corner, in the corner, in your home. Don't go out. You can't go out. And now suddenly, George Floyd happened. And George, in death, brought people together. Like, and the whole, how you say that? The whole, the news cycle. The news cycle is changed drastically. And we were polarized on one thing and one thing and one thing and one thing only. Suddenly, George Floyd came into our lives, and everything changed. And we started looking and talking to each other and addressing things that have been happening that people are fed up about, and people came together. And me being in Holland, looking at it from afar, and talking to my friends, and like, wow, people were voicing their opinion and lending their voice to the voiceless. And I'm super, super, super excited that this is happening. Everybody is chiming in, and it's a wonderful thing. So I'm looking for a question. Toaster Man, Fab, do you agree we should all be sweet to each other like sugar instead of being your people like vinegar? Yeah, 100%, man. This is what we're talking right now. We're gathering that positive energy right here, right now. We stay in the moment. And, sometimes you give that positive and you don't get it back. And that's okay, because we're all humans and you don't know what the person is going through, but they will remember 100% was cool, because when you go back to yourself, you know, you know when someone wants you good and send you positive vibes. And this is what we got to do. And we got to do it religiously. I believe so. We got to do this because this is the only way things are going to change. This is the only way people are going to realize, listen, you my brother, I'm your sister, we're part of the human family. That's it. Once we start to move this way as one, because we are one, it's going to feel much better. I'm telling you, it's going to be much better. I know it because when I'm around people who vibrate that way, whether you're in a club, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're at a party, it's like being at a party where everybody's like, yo, everybody knows each other or not. You encounter people that you've never met, but the vibe is so good that you're like, man, this is great. I'm gonna come to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, because people vibrate the right way. So we gotta do that thing, do that thing, do that thing. All right. Well, I've got to do the French vlog, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got to say goodbye. I'm going to see if there's anything. Yeah, bad behavior is no good, ladies and gentlemen. No talks. Noel talks. Thanks to Antifa's bad behavior, we got results. Everything happens for a reason in life. I believe that. I always say that as much as some human beings think they are God or act godly and believe they control, they can't, because there is a much bigger strength and power and energy out there. Whatever you believe in, that is in control. And as much as we from here, we're here and we're here, and it's up there. And as much as we think we can, like, in the end, nature always takes over. Nature takes it all back. And I think that, and I believe, and I'm a believer that it's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Celia Jones, Fab, have you noticed any changes in how people are interacting with you or others due to the protest? You know what I've noticed? I've noticed as people are talking more to each other. Even here, I see people like we realizing we are human. We can be changing things. And when you go to a place, like I said, when you go to a party where people are so cool, well, you will connect, you will talk, and then hey, what's your number? You know? And that's what's happening. People are connecting with each other. We're becoming closer together. I believe, I believe, I believe. I hope we don't forget. We cannot forget. We got to keep moving forward and making sure that bad people, you know, they have to be, you know, we have to find them, find them, address it, tell on them. I don't care. Tell on them. If you see bad behavior, boom, accountability, boom. This is what we got. This right here. You know, we got to, we got to, we got to. And more people are using this. Imagine everything that was happening without this before. Police report. This is what happened. Okay, all right. There's nothing you can do, but now we got this. So any bad behavior is obvious. So to the people out there that are behaving badly, woo, be careful because everybody got a phone. So he's gonna keep people in check. And then you start looking at what you were doing. And I hope that you will convert to positive energy. That's my message. It's hard to say goodbye, everybody. Mathilde, right en avance. We are here to account for. Thank you, Andrew Bolton. Ben Reed. Ben Reed, happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Ben Reed, happy birthday. Queen Jet Black, what's up? All right, I guess I did it all. I did it all. R.I.P. Rob Pilatus, my brother, that's right. To you. But birthdays are, I just said like birthday to you, thinking about Rob, but I celebrate his life every day by being on earth and doing what I do, making him proud, and making sure that the name Milli Vanilli stands for positive energy and falling and standing back up. That's what I want to be known for, positive energy. For a long time, we were told that Milli Vanilli meant in Turkish positive energy, but it's not true. Girl, it's not true. But positive energy has been a part of my life and it's helped me regain my confidence, my strength, everything. It's the baseline, the underbelly, the foundation of who I am. It was always there. And once I was able to harness that positive energy, things change for the best, for the better. So I'm telling you, once you harness it, once you keep it in your life, it'll change. It'll make you strong, and you will become that superhero you were meant to be. Right? Okay. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I'm trying to find like a good Fantastic question. You guys listening and paying attention, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I guess it's time for me to say goodbye. You know, but it's hard to say goodbye. My God, I said I was going to leave at 40 and it's 50. So we got to go now. Anyways, one love, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got to read that and I'm going to go. It's very nice. Imre Pager. I'm looking, I look at the struggle and pain as my best teacher. Never stop learning and growing. Freud used it's used like it's moving it's moving up like positive energy. I totally agree with you. That's right. Well, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go now. Hey, yeah, I got to go. I got to go. Yeah. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna switch to French. It's funny because sometimes when I'm talking and I know I'm about to do French vlog, I hear those French words kicking in. It's like it's knocking on my door. Bing, 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 bing. We're coming. So I get confused. Like I get French words to come in the middle of my conversation as I'm speaking in English. So anyway, until the next episode, this is Fab Morvan, yours truly. It was a pleasure to come to you today, as always. I love it. I love y'all. Before I go, bam! One love! Peace.